Hi, I'm Chalese. So I came to CUA with twin passions of science and art, and the reason I chose this school is because I did not want to choose between them. During my time at CUA, I have developed a passion for fieldwork and place-based art, and more specifically, the aesthetics of landscape and ecology. Since my first days at CUA, I've been dancing that line, and I wanted to make my senior project a product of this experience. 2 years ago, through the generous donation of Mr. Thomas Cox, CUA acquired 100 acres of land on the North Heath watershed. It's a great location, nestled between MDI's major landmarks. My advisor, John Anderson, calls Hale Morrell and I the Lewis and Clark of this property. For my project, I use the protector as a space to explore ecological functions that are habitually lost amidst the clutter of everyday life. And I wanted to make them vivid and expressive for my audience. Okay, so what exactly did I do? I started last June. I spent most days walking the land, observing and recording everything. I took lots of notes, sketches, and sample specimens. I conducted plant surveys and bird surveys. I brought out visiting artists because I wanted to represent the land under multiple lenses. And then I brought this knowledge back to the studio. And in the studio, I worked to create diverse art forms that represent that protectorate space. Art, like science, is a way of understanding the world. The following slides are samples of my work. I'm especially trying to pay homage to the notion of the material and the indefinite together. By using the aesthetic of landscape as a tool to incite discussion of conservation and ecology, and ultimately what humans enjoy and value in the appearance of a landscape. I have reordered disparate imagery of the manual and mechanical with the intention of creating bodies that blend the different components of the protectorate space. When I conceive a new piece, there is a magical period in which we seem to fall in love with one another. This is a mutual exchange of exploration on my part, and, it seems to me, of the art as well. These are a few species from my bird surveys. On the left is a blue jay, and the right is a winter wren. On the left is a yellow-billed cuckoo, which was definitely the highlight of my survey, and the right is a red-breasted nuthatch. Here are some botanical illustrations from my plant surveys. On the right is solidago, and the left is Myrca gaily. The main state tree, white pine, Cladonia an amelanchier from the summit, Cladonia cristatella. Okay, so what did I do with all this work? The final product was an art opening in the Blum Gallery. The pieces I've been working on since early 2011 were drawn into actuality, and all of them, for the first time, were to be set forth into the public eye. I took the landscape concept a step further and transformed the entire gallery into an environmental installation. This will enable the audience to truly immerse themselves in the work. I believe that the general public must be moved by both science and art if we are to have any chance of understanding our place in the natural world. The site-specific installation choreographs our movement through a tactile and sensual plane. With the interconnected ardor of an open market and the allure of an enchanted forest, I hope to have created a visual space that portrays this property on many aesthetic and scientific levels. Aligning ecology and design. I fell in love with the process of art, and I haven't fallen out of it. I even love the discomforts that life as an artist calls for. For all the strains of the opening, I am most profoundly grateful to have had the opportunity to share my work with my peers, professors, and fellow artists. I would like to give special thanks, first and foremost, to Mr. Thomas Cox for his generous donation, the trustees for all your support, my advisor, John Anderson, who has given me the tools and support to explore my passion, my project advisor, Catherine Klinger, and all my friends who stayed up with me all night before the opening, and everyone who has supported my work. Thank you.
What percentage of that land is ledge and no vegetation?
No, just the ridge, which is a very small percentage. I would say that most of it is covered in vegetation. Mm-hmm.